Yes, hello. I am Daniel Teside, and I'm gonna be taking you through this presentation. It's basically the functions of management and its style. So to start, I'll give you the content, basically the outline of what I'm gonna be talking about throughout this presentation. And you have the understanding of what management is. We'll have to know the functions of management, where we'll talk about planning, organizing, and others that are in the functions. Also talk about the styles of management. So to start, I will of course start by defining what management is. In my own words, despite what I had to search, it's basically management is basically getting things done through people. If you have that capacity of getting things done through people, you are a manager. But let me also give you what I had to get through the search engines. It is an act of controlling business affairs. It means to oversee how they are progressing and others. It is also about controlling and distributing both human and other resources. That is what I understand as management. So we have management functions or functions of management, and we have what we call planning, organizing, and others that we'll get to talk about as we go further with this presentation. So let me define what we all know as planning. Planning refers to the management function that deals with looking ahead and checking out future courses of action to be followed. So it involves the tasks of planning process based on it involves basically the tasks of overlooking ahead, of getting to know what will happen in the future. So we shall give the example of the tasks that include in the planning process, basically based on the example of a shop that is in a need of increasing its sales. If a shop is in a need of increasing, let's say, its sales, the tasks may include setting the time bound, like of when each task will be completed, outlining the tasks that will need to be completed, like advertising the products, introducing of innovation, and others. Doing that, you are planning for the business or planning for anything. Also, what we call organizing. This is also a management function that actually comes after planning. This function combines and synchronizes the human, physical, and financial resources of a company. So using an example, this function may include the following tasks. Deploying human resources, including employees, to the outlined tasks in the planning phase. Giving responsibilities to the team created. The manager should give duties to the teams. For example, innovation team should be assigned what they have to do. We have what we call staffing as a management function. This is the process of filling the gaps that needs employees with the qualified, of course, people. Also, it is all about retaining a workforce of enough quantity and quality to create positive impacts on the organization's effective. Using the example, the following tasks should be included in the staffing process. Enrollment, based on the tasks identified, you can realize that you need more employees. So it is the function of manager to recruit the new employees. We also have, we might talk about training. So the recruitment or the recruited employees may need trainings to perform better or giving more skills to the current employees. We again have what we call leading. This is another function of management which deals with the following: motivating the employees, influencing employees, forming effective teams. So within we should give the same example. This can include the following tasks. Motivation. This includes to provide. When you talk of motivation, we are basically talking about providing things which can motivate the employees, like happy hours, sharing dinner, and others. Basically, getting employees part of the job, or feeling they want to do what they have to do as their job. Forming effective teams. These teams should aim at raising the morally among, or the moral among the employees towards the accomplishment of the planning activities. We have what we call controlling. This basically deals with analyzing and examining the performance of the employees. It's all about what we call controlling. It is all about comparing both the current performance and what is expected from their performances, and making a decision. Using the example, the tasks in the function include the following: setting the standards of performance. Let's say a manager can say that these tasks should be completed by 2 months, within 2 months. So assessing the actual performance. For instance, the manager has to know how far the employees are to complete the task. So it's basically about analyzing and examining the performances of the employees, how far they are, what they've been working on, and getting to know where they have to get with whatever they have to do concerning the type of job they have to do. It's what we call controlling. So we'll also talk about the styles of management, and we'll start with what we call discussing. Discussing, in my own words, before I get to give what I had to search. Discussing style, I understand it as basically a way of coming together with your employer to talk about something, or to discuss, or getting to know what a given issue or advantage has to be addressed in the company. So in this style, there are communication from manager to the employees, and from the employees to the managers. We can also look at the strength and the weaknesses that actually make this style. So talking of the strength within this style include strong relationship among the employees and the manager. Many ideas are generated because the employees and the managers have the mutual understanding, or they are friends, because throughout discussing, they get to become friends. We have weaknesses. The fact that the employer and the employee has become friends, they sometimes talk about what is not necessary, hence wasting time. So disagreement can rise during the discussion because everyone has the power to introduce his or her ideas. Let's give a scenario. The manager has an idea to introduce the new product, but he has not much information about what to do. He will need the ideas from the others, or from the employees. Okay, let's talk about directing as also a style. This deals with following the instructions or directing that have been provided by the manager. The employees are guided within this style. Only manager communicate to the employees. This is associated with the weakness of limited determination among the employees. No relationship between staff and workers. So the strength include quick and fast decision. Workers know their role. The responsibilities are clear enough. Giving a scenario, we might say that a new employee at the business, he or she is not familiar with the system. He or she will need to be directed on how to perform the tasks. Let's talk about delegating. Delegating is all about empowering an employee. So the managers authorize power to the employees to work on what they are capable to do. Communication happens in both two ways, from the employees to the manager and manager to the employees. The weakness within this style, or weaknesses within this style, we may say that sometimes the resources are misused because workers tend not to value resources sometimes in the business. We also may see something like the disagreement on the responsibility because they are not supervised at the higher level or at the high level. So the strength of this style include motivated or motivation, since they are part of the business. Innovation is highly expected since they get time to demonstrate what they can do well. Let's give a scenario also. The manager knows that his employee or a given employee is equipped with given valuable skills related to what he is planning to do. In this case, a manager may choose to give, or let me say, in this style, we can work. It can work better. It can work better since the manager is sure that the employee will perform it. Let me a little bit talk about again on this particular point. Delegating is basic empowerment, and it helps the leaders or the managers or the employees to get work done in their absence. So if given that an employer has something to do out of the company that is urgent, he might decide to give any employee in the company that they know they're equipped with different skills of doing a particular work, and they get to do it in their absence. So I thank you very much for your time, and that is basically all been about the management or the functions of management and management styles. Thank you.